Welcome back to Trussville Today. I'm Brannon Dawkins. We're going to learn about some changes at the Trussville Racket Club this month. We're also going to get a closer look at Meals by Misty. But first, we're going to step inside a new bookstore that's inside the Trussville Public Library.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Welcome back again. I'm Brannon Dawkins with Trussville Today, and I'm actually here in the Trussville Library, and I'm with Denisha Blackwell, and she's Vice President of the Friends of the Library group. That's a very important group to the library. And Denisha, I actually want you to get started by telling people who may not know what Friends of the Library is.
The Friends of the Library, we are a fundraising group for the Trussville Public Library. And so the bookstore is one of our fundraising events to generate funds.
Denisha, you mentioned the bookstore. That's actually why we're here today. Y'all have opened a bookstore inside the Trussville Public Library. So explain that to people.
All right. All the books that you see here were donated by members of the community here in Trussville, so that we don't actually have to purchase these books. And we have paperbacks, we have hardbacks, we have children's books, we have nonfiction books. We have a large variety of books for the public to come in and purchase.
And of course, explain to people where those funds go. When they buy those books, the funds go?
The funds go directly back to the public library so that the director, Emily, can use those at her discretion.
So when people come in to either donate or purchase, tell people what they're going to see, because I know you want to keep certain types of things on the shelf.
Yes, we'll have, we don't keep a lot of really old books. We try to keep current hardbacks and paperbacks for the public, and we have an area where the children can just actually sit down on the floor and dig through the children's books, because they don't want to look at a shelf. They want to play and dig in the books and find what they want.
Now, we talked a little bit about this earlier too, and I want to explain this to people. Why is there a market for a bookstore in a library?
Because often people just, they want to add to their collection of books. If they have an author that they really love, they want to take a book on vacation. So, you don't want to worry about a book getting damaged that maybe you've checked out. You can take it on a plane, you can take it to the beach. Maybe you just want to give a friend a nice hardback book as a gift. So we, have provided that opportunity for people to come in here and purchase books.
Now, inside the new library, where can they find you? Explain to people what part of the building you're in.
You come into the new entrance that is that opens up into the auditorium. There's a new circulation desk there, and then as you come in that entrance, turn to the left, and we're at the end of the hall. Well,
Denisha, thank you so much for giving us a look at the bookstore. Y'all just recently opened in July. So if you've been to the library and haven't come to this side of the building, definitely wander down here and enjoy a visit to the Friends of the Library bookstore. Again, I'm Brannon Dawkins for Trussville Today.
Trussville's local choice for real estate services is Brick Realty, located in the heart of the city on Main Street. Brick Realty has been #1 in sales in Trussville during 2017. They've also been #1 in sales in the surrounding area, including Springville, Clay, and Pinson. For quality and knowledgeable agents, turn to Brick Realty. For more information, visit brickrealty.com.
Welcome back to Trussville Today. I'm Brannon Dawkins, and I'm here with Mayor Buddy Choate for our monthly update. Buddy, thanks as always for joining us. And we're talking about something a little bit more fun today.
Yeah.
We're at the Trussville Tennis Racket Club.
Correct.
So explain to everybody why we're out here today.
Well, I wanted people to see what we have in our sports complex. It is our tennis club. It's really our racket club. It's a membership driven. We have a lot of league play out here. Our schools take advantage of the hard courts here. We have 6 hard courts, 7 soft courts, have a full clubhouse with shower facilities, pro shop inside. And I just wanted people to understand that beside the mall courts that everybody knows about, if somebody's new to the area, there is a racket club that they can come out and enjoy. We have a lot of league play, a lot of individual instruction. So I just want everybody to be aware of it.
And I mean, it's 8 o'clock on a weekday, and this place, there's a lot of games going on.
Yeah, a lot
there's
going
a lot
on.
happening
A lot
out
going
here.
on, and I think if somebody would come out and see, league play is the most popular out here, obviously. But there's something going on all the time. This summer, I was real encouraged. We asked our new tennis director to build our junior programs up, and I understand they had a great turnout this summer. And so we're building on that and looking forward to a great year.
Now, you mentioned earlier that this was a membership club. So how do people go about joining?
Well, they can come by here, see the folks here, fill out a form. It's a very minimal cost for them to join, or they can pay as they play. In other words, someone can come out here and actually pay a fee to play on the courts, and it's rented by the hour. And we have a lot of people that do that, just looking for a place a little different than playing on the mall area.
Okay. Well, remind people, this is in our sports park where we have so much going on. Remind people how much our sports park gets used, not just by people in Trussville, but how people come from all over to do things here.
Very fortunate with our softball, our baseball, our soccer, our youth football, lacrosse plays in here, our tennis center in here. We have trails, we have walking trails, biking trails in here. So I think the last count I heard, we had something like 7,500 participants just in our youth program through the Parks and Recreation Department, not counting the adults and guests from outside that come in. So we host tournaments and different events out here. So it's a well-known commodity in Trussville, and people outside of Trussville are really appreciative of what we have to offer when they come here.
Well, that is great information. It is well used. People from the Birmingham metro area come here all the time to, as you mentioned, to
Absolutely.
participate.
And that's what we want them to do. We want them to see Trussville and see what we have to offer.
Well, thanks so much, buddy. And when we come back, we're actually going to be with the director of tennis for the city of Trussville. So we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Trussville Today, and I'm here now with Trussville's Director of Tennis, Wayne Zeitvogel. Wayne, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Mayor Choate wanted to kind of spotlight our Racket Club because there's a lot to say about it, but talk about what he mentioned about building up the junior participation over the summer.
Yeah, we have a great program out here for the kids. I was very fortunate to get out here. We have Hank and Jessica Armstrong that had really pulled the families out here. They run the program themselves, and I came out, and when I took over, we gave it more of a professional touch. We have Chris Rogers out here. He's been 22 years as a head pro at Mountain Brook Country Club.
Okay.
I come out, and together we both get the kids good professional instruction.
And so y'all had clinics going on all summer long for those kids.
Yes, and that's where I stepped in and kind of worked around what Jessica had already built. So I added probably another 30 to her 40. So we had between 70, 80 kids out here.
That's great. Remind parents, why is tennis a great option for kids?
Well, it's a lifetime sport. We have a guy out here named Richard Lawson that's 87 years old. He was featured in the Tribune about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Exactly, and he's still out here running around and playing tennis for 2-3 hours a day for singles. And not only that, it gets him off the couch. It's very physical. It's a lifetime sport, and it's not like another sport where you have to call up 18 guys to get out to play a game of softball.
Right.
You just call a couple of people up, you show up, and
play tennis.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have a very active women's racket club, so just remind people a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, over the course of the year during the USTA leagues, we have probably anywhere from 50 to 60 leagues playing out of here. The women's, as you can tell, they have some championship plaques on the fence out there. They just got back from Dothan this weekend. They did very well. They got to the semifinals, and we have a lot of really good champion players out here. So.
Well, Wayne, thanks for being with us today. Thanks for updating people about what's going on with tennis in Trussville, and we'll be back with more.
Misty Westover has been cooking since she was a young girl, but it wasn't until she began cooking for her neighborhood years ago that she realized she had created a business.
And so I thought, well, if I can make a casserole and help another mom out, I'm already making one for my family. So I made 2, and then I made 4, and then it turned to 6, and then 10. And before I knew it, I was cooking for pretty much the whole neighborhood.
Tasty Tuesday, she called it, as she fed the people around her.
And that's when, I kind of came to the realization that I had something going on. I mean, it was something big, it was growing. One day I was actually standing at my dining room window looking out at the cars, and I said, I'm going to get a building.
And she did, on Watterson Parkway in Trussville, which is now the home of Meals by Misty.
I offer already made salads, dips, soups, mainly casseroles is my big business. But it's things that are already prepared, packaged up in aluminum or plastic disposable containers.
The instructions for reheating and serving are right on the label.
People can come in, get their entire dinner, breakfast, weekend foods, take them home, heat them up, eat them, and then throw away the container. So it eliminates the planning, it eliminates the cooking and the cleaning.
Because people are busy, but even the busiest families want to eat well and eat together.
The quality time that you can get sitting at the dinner table with your people, it's just so important and so valuable.
And now with a customer base that values her business, she's feeding them through football season and the soon-to-follow holidays.
We're going to have a tailgate special. I've got a new thing coming out on the website. It's a Bunko special. Let's see, I've got Thanksgiving. We're going to have a big Christmas menu.
And whatever is on her menu will be as good as home cooked when it arrives on your table. For Tribune Digital Media, I'm Brannon Dawkins.